Hey friends, I'm Chaplain and today we've got a pretty heavy topic to cover. Yes, with all the happy and wonderful things about humanism, there are some heavy topics we need to discuss from time to time. And this is definitely one of them. This relates more to people who don't believe in an afterlife than specifically to humanism. But I am a humanist celebrant. I don't believe in an afterlife, and neither do a lot of my fellow humanists. So if you're someone who is struggling with the concept of what happens after we die, then maybe this message is for you. A common thing that I hear from my theistic friends, if all we are is human animals, then that means we're born, we live, and we die, and that's it. And a lot of people really struggle with that. And I can understand why, especially if you're coming from a tradition where you were raised to believe that you would get to spend eternity with your loved ones. But let's kind of flip that paradigm on its head and look at it from a naturalist and indeed humanist point of view. The humanist position on this question is that it's the finality of death that makes life so precious. Think about it. If something is eternal, if something is infinite, it has no value. It can't have value. Scarcity is what gives things value. If there existed infinity diamonds that we could all have access to, diamonds would be worthless. There would be no way to sell them for anything. Nobody would pay you money for a diamond. Why would they? They can go get them for free anywhere they want because there's infinity of them. The reason that diamonds have value is because they're scarce. There aren't that many of them. It's kind of hard to get your hands on one, so we're willing to pay a lot of money to get them. And yes, I know diamonds may not be a good example because there's multinational corporations who control the flow of diamonds, and they do it through incredibly unethical means to increase the scarcity so the value of diamonds goes up. I'm just using diamonds to make a point. Let's change from diamonds to something else. Let's talk about hugs. Who doesn't like a good hug from someone that you care about? I have a baby, and I absolutely love hugging the little guy. And the reason that every hug matters is because I know that I am only going to be able to give him a finite number of hugs. I don't know what that number is. I hope it's a really big number because I want to give this little guy as many hugs as I possibly can. But I do know that there will come a time when I will never hug him again. More appropriately, I hope he will never hug me again because ideally, I hope he long outlives me. But the point is that it's the scarcity of those hugs that makes them valuable. If I knew that I was going to get infinity hugs with my little boy in the afterlife, then the hug I'm giving him right now would be meaningless. The earthly hug that he and I share today means nothing compared to the eternal heavenly hug that I'm going to give him 100 years from now, 10,000 years from now, infinity years from now. All of those hugs are going to be way better than the pathetic earthly one that we're sharing today. The reason this earthly hug matters is because I know that I only get a few of these and then they're gone. It is the scarcity of life that makes it precious. It is the finality of death that makes life beautiful. That's why I make it a point to stay in touch with my loved ones. Another personal anecdote. I try not to do too many of these, but here comes another one. My mother passed away 10-something years ago, and it wasn't sudden. She was sick for a long time. We all knew it was coming. But leading up to her passing, I did a very bad job of staying in touch with her. I talked to her maybe every 2 or 3 months for the last few years of her life. Why did I do that? We had cell phones. I could have been texting her every day. I could have been sending her pictures of me and my family every single day. But I didn't. And then when she passed, I deeply regretted that decision. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can ever do to change that. I will never get another opportunity to say good morning to my mom. So I take that lesson with me. I carry that with me everywhere I go. Do you think I ever miss a chance to say good morning to my dad now? Do you think I ever pass up an opportunity to hug a friend or a loved one? Do you think I ever walk past a needy person on the street and don't take that chance to do something nice for them? We have a finite number of minutes on this planet together. There is no forever after waiting for me. At least I have no reason to believe that there is. But here's the cool thing about this approach. Even if I'm wrong and there is a wonderful eternity waiting for me and my friends and loved ones in heaven, that's all just gravy. I'm going to make the most of the time that I know I share with these people. I'm going to get as many hugs as I can. I'm going to do as many good things as I can. I'm going to smile as much as I can. I'm going to enjoy as much as I can. I'm going to try new things. I'm going to see new places. I'm going to experience all of the beauty and majesty that this universe has to offer because I have no reason to believe that I will be able to experience that after I die. If you were to convince me that I had an afterlife waiting for me, that I was going to have another chance throughout infinity time to do all these wonderful things, why would I bother doing them today? But since I don't believe that, today is all that matters. Right now is what matters. Take time out of your day today to appreciate the day that you're currently experiencing. Hug someone that you care about. help someone who could use a hand, and find something new and cool to experience today. If this message resonated with you, drop me a like, follow, all the other things I'm supposed to ask you to do. Let's try to get this message out to as many people as possible. We're making the world better, one human at a time.